Hey,
Hello, my name is Selena.
and my name's Theoni, and you are listening to Piping Hot.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Piping Hot. It's been a hot second.
It's been a hot second. Yeah, welcome back. We're back.
Yeah, just thanks for the short intermission, you know?
No, literally. I honestly think I needed that because looking at how busy I was the past 2 weeks, I generally don't know when I would have recorded something. I really don't.
Yeah. No, and sometimes life just gets too busy that, we can skip a week. And so thank you, listeners, for understanding.
I've been trying to calculate in my brain if our 100th episode will be our 2-year anniversary. That's my it won't.
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, I kind of wanted it to because I thought that would be really cool, how.
Oh my God, how many episodes are we up? We're upper 80s, right?
I don't
know. Let's check. Live
with the studio audience. It's Piping Hot the musical. Okay, I don't
know.
Oh,
85. So this episode we're recording right now is 86.
That's
so
fun.
Actually maybe if we don't skip.
Okay, no more skipping. Can't do it. Oh my gosh. Wow. But the fact we're even approaching that point blows my mind.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to do a giveaway of $1 for our 100th episode.
Of our non-existent merch.
Yeah, literally, dude, I want to have merch so bad, and I don't give a flying F if no one buys it but us. But can you imagine? That would be so good.
It'd be cute. We'd make it cute.
No, we would. Our merch would be so fucking cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How have you been doing?
I feel like I've been very up and down. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I'm a little sick. Sometimes when I'm sick, my voice is really sore, but then also my nose is so stuffy. So I'm going to try not to blow out my nose while we're on the podcast. And it's one of those colds where it's so in my sinuses that sometimes I try to breathe out of my nose and it just doesn't happen. There's no airflow in or out.
Oh my God, wait, have you tried a neti pot?
Dude, that shit freaks me out because I read a story I'm such a hypochondriac. I read a story one time where this person used tap water for their neti pot, and it literally gave them a brain something.
Okay, but then don't use tap water. Go and get bottled water at the store.
But what if something happened to the bottled water and I literally shoot water up my nose to my death? I don't want this. I don't know, man.
You're so funny. I tried a neti pot for the first time a couple weeks ago. Honestly, that clearing out the sinuses is the best feeling. It's a little awkward at first to try to lean the correct way and whatever, but it literally feels so good to flush it all out. As gross as that sounds.
No, but I'm convinced I'm so closed up that I would try to put the water in it and it'd flow out the same nostril because it just goes in and out. It just can't go anywhere.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
I have a deviated septum. Did you know that?
No, what is that?
It's where the structure of well, I guess I don't really know how to describe it, but the structure of your nose makes it so your nostril or your sinuses are more closed off. So a lot of people with deviated septums will have a harder time breathing, get work, things like that. So it's not a total deviated septum, but it's a slight deviated septum on one side. So that always is hard. I remember one time I went to an ENT doctor to get some sinus stuff checked out, and they tried to put one of those scopes through my nose to look at my throat, and he literally couldn't get it through one side of my nose because it was so closed.
Holy crap.
Yeah. He was sticking it up there, and I'm looking at my fucking nose hairs on the camera to the side, and I'm ow, stop pushing.
Sir? Yeah, you're not gonna get through. It's not working, clearly.
Literally. Try the other one, bitch.
Yeah, right.
But anyways, I feel everything's been okay besides that, but I've just been so busy that I think I am just tired in every sense of the word, but
Yeah.
Not necessarily in a bad way. So I went to Minneapolis for a conference my sister was running. And while I went to that, I got to see my friends and family. So I actually got breakfast with Selena while I was home.
Yeah, we hung out.
We
we actually saw each other.
It was so fun. We went to
was.
breakfast and then we went to this cute little bookstore.
Yeah.
Okay, this is so TMI. I'm so sorry, but I have to say this. Have you heard of the Barnes and Noble effect?
No, what is that?
It's like when you walk into a bookstore and you immediately have to poop.
Oh my God, yes, I have heard of that.
I've learned that it's any bookstore because that happened when we went to that.
Yes.
It's crazy. I don't know what it is.
Wait, that's actually really funny that you mentioned it, because why is it always bookstores
No,
that happens?
I don't know. I literally don't know. I don't know. Oh, golly. But anyways, so it was really fun. Me and Selena got lunch, and then I saw my friend Emily, spent some time with her. And then I went to the conference Friday, Saturday, and then part of Sunday, which was super fun. Got listen to some speakers, hang with my sister, meet some people. Yay. Although, I will say, I have a limit for how many new people I can meet in a certain amount of time. And at conferences like that, it gets kind of overwhelming because you're constantly meeting people and talking, and it's just oh boy, that's a lot. But it was good. And then I went up to Rochester to spend some time with my family and played some board games, vibed, which is good. Friday night this weekend, I went up to New Hampshire to my roommate's aunt's cabin. We did some stuff there, just hung out. And then last night I was with my friend Emily for her birthday. So we got dinner and then we went out to this bar called Loretta's, which had line dancing. Or some people just started line dancing. I didn't know how to do it, but I was watching. I feel like these people probably thought I was creepy. Because I was literally just staring at them because it was so cool. So I definitely want to go back and have someone teach me because. Yeah. So anyways.
Oh, that's fun. Wow, you've been busy.
I know. Oh, and on top of that, I've FaceTimed Selena about this. I have convinced myself I have bed bugs. I have.
Yeah.
I don't know if I do or not. Because, oh, gosh, so many life updates, you guys. I missed you.
Tell me all of them.
So I went on this shitty date, okay? It was the worst date of my life.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk too much about it on a public platform to all of our listeners because I feel like that might be rude. But it was the worst date I've ever been on. I can talk to a fucking wall. And I could not find conversation to talk to this man. It was just so poor, whatever. Anyways, we were sitting outside on our date, and then the next morning I realized I had all these mosquito bite looking things on my leg. But then a TikTok came across my For You page, and it was Paris was infested by bed bugs. And then I was thinking, I was my parents were just in Paris and I was just with my parents. And so I just started spiraling and I started freaking out and I did all this research. So I don't know if I have bed bugs or not or what. I probably don't and I'm freaking out over nothing. But I washed all my sheets. I bought 2 different kinds of bed bug spray. I sprayed down my couch, my bed, everything. I'm not messing around with those motherfuckers because they are invasive and they will get your ass. So I was I gotta just... I'd rather be careful and take care of it now. So
yeah, honestly, yeah. It's funny because when I had literal bed bugs, I was in denial that it was bed bugs. I'm
really?
Nope, it's just mosquito bites. I was trying to gaslight myself.
Really?
Thinking that nope, it's fine. And then guess what? It was bed bugs. So it's so funny, our different approaches.
Yeah, no, that's true. But now I'm oh, I just want to think about it anymore.
Yeah, no.
Scary. Well, so now that I ranted for a long time, what's new with you? Give me the updates, girl.
Yeah, it's been a hot second. I had to try to remember the last time that we recorded and
I know
what has happened since. So, one is that I don't think the listeners know this, but I am officially scuba certified.
Yes, bitch.
Did all my classes. I went to do the pool dive, the lake dives. It was freezing as fuck, but I did it. I got it done in a weekend, and now I'm scuba certified. So you can find me in the water. So
you can find me on the water.
Honestly, I think I'm destined to stay on land. I can't. I will swim, but the second I get 6 foot deep, I'm like, nope, I'm good. Like that space is not for me.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get that. It is scary, but that's cool that you did it, because now when you go to Mexico, it's going to be like the coolest experience ever.
Yeah, and like the thing is that we like dived in a lake. And if you've ever swam in a lake, it's so like murky, dirty, gross, all that shit, right? But I've been talking to my sister, and in Mexico, the water is like so clear. And so I'm so excited to like scuba dive where I can actually see shit.
Everything. Yeah.
Yes, right?
That's going to be so cool. What if you see a shark? Did they teach you what happens if you see a shark?
No, but my instructor was talking to me about how like a friend of his scuba dived with like nurse sharks, which are like very, very friendly sharks, and unfortunately got bit by it. So he like gave me pointers on like, if you're petting a nurse shark, just be careful to do da and da. So but yeah, no, my instructor was like amazing. He was great.
Oh, that's good.
I also told you this, but I am done revising my book.
Woo!
Yeah.
I am so proud. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like been, wow.
Yeah, it's been so long. I'm like done. I don't think I'm going to revisit it unless I like have to, but like I think I've done all that I can. So
yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna throw it out into the world. So
no, I can't wait to hear back. I know it's like so much pressure, and I don't even know what that feels like, but just be proud for now. You're done. It's in the Lord's hands now. Hallelujah.
There's something that I have to tell you that I haven't told you yet.
No, am I gonna poop myself?
No, you're not. I'm just building it up to freak you out.
Oh, it's working. You're such a bitch. You know the minute you say stuff like that, my mind jumps to either the worst or the best possible thing. I literally cannot handle the stress. Okay, what is it? Drum roll.
So funny. I know, I just like fucking with you. But I haven't told you this because it's really, really recent. But Jack and I got a new car.
Yay! Finally! Okay, so it got approved at the bank. Did you end up getting the Toyota RAV4?
We did.
Nice. What color?
It's like a dark blue. So we went to the bank to get like pre-approved for a loan on that Friday. And then Saturday, which is technically yesterday as we're recording this, we were just going to go hop around dealerships because I just have like tabs pulled up all the time and just like refreshing to see any new listings. And so I was like, okay, we have 30 days, right, to like get the loan or we have to like go back and get pre-approved after those 30 days, right? So like we're kind of on a timeline, whatever.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, this is like a free weekend. Let's just go hop around and see and compare, right? All in one day, which is a lot, okay?
Yeah.
And so we were hopping around and literally the last one that we went to, we were already so tired. We were going to skip it. That's how tired we were and how like conflicted we were because the first one that we saw yesterday, we fell in love, but it was way past our price point. So that's what we were talking about. We were like, okay, well, do we really want to pay that much for a car that we really, really love? And so at that point we were like, oh my God, do we even want to go see this last one or whatever? We go see it anyways. First of all, it's blue. It's like a dark blue, and that's Jack's favorite color, right?
Oh, cool. Love.
Yes, right? We get into it, we drive. It has really low miles, and Jack's driving, and like the brakes are good. It's super quiet because it's a hybrid. We got a hybrid.
Oh, nice.
And everything was just so good, and the interior was so clean. Literally, you'd be so surprised at how fucking dirty these cars are. Like, it's so gross.
Like, I don't know how they don't get it detailed before selling it. Like, that's absurd to me.
Oh my God, some of them were disgusting. And so the interior of this one was surprisingly clean because it was actually a lighter, because the first one that we saw in the day, it was all black leather, right? But this one was like black and like a silver/gray. So it was lighter, which could like obviously hold more stains, but it was so clean. So we're like, okay, that's good. And then the price point when we came back, the price point wasn't on the website, so the guy had to go check what they were listing it for. We came back. It was so funny because like when we were done driving it, we're like, oh my God, this is like such a great car. Are you ready to get your heart broken by the fucking price?
Yeah.
And Jack was like, yeah, I'm ready for it. The guy comes back out and it's like within our price point, and we're like,
wow. Did you guys try to like negotiate it all?
Jack did, but then it didn't work.
Okay, fair. But you gotta try.
Fine.
You gotta try.
Which is totally fine. Well, the thing is too is like we weren't even planning on buying a car that day. We were just gonna go look and then talk and then kind of wait for the prices to go down. But then when he told us the price and we were like, it was in our price range, we're like, then why would we walk away right now? Like, we've seen shitty cars with higher miles that's listed for a higher price, and this all comes underneath. And I'm like, well, then why don't we just get it right now? Like, why would we gamble and wait another week? You know? So, yeah. So we we like impulse got a car. Well, not really impulse, but
it's not impulse. No, I think that's great. And like, I feel like it was meant to be clearly because you almost didn't go, and then it was the color you want and the price, and like, you have to, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And so we were gonna trade in Jack's car, but we decided to keep it because I'm afraid that magically or something, I'm gonna, one, either lose my job, or two, I'm gonna
and your delusions about losing your job.
Okay, I'm the same way with that you are with your bed bugs. Okay, leave me alone.
Fair. Fine.
I'm kidding. So yeah, I have these like fucking rational fears that I'm gonna A, lose my job, or B, I'm going to have to go back into the office for like X amount of times a week, or C, I'm going to get a new job that then does require I have to come in like 2 times, 3 times a week. And the thing is that like Jack's car is like running really nicely still. And so we were like, well, then let's just keep it as a backup. Like, it's like, because honestly, if I have to go back into the office and I need a car, I cannot afford another car. Like, I just can't. So
yeah, no, fair enough.
So yeah.
Yay, well, that's good news.
Yeah.
And like a weight off your shoulders, because I know you guys have been thinking about it for a while now, so.
Yeah, exactly. We definitely wanted to get something before winter, but like now we're set, and I'm shopping on Amazon for all car accessories, because I haven't had a car since my senior year of high school.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, okay, so technically it's like Jack's car, and it's like our Toyota RAV4, but like he's going to drive the RAV4 and I'm going to drive the car. So like I'm going to do all my accessories.
Nice. Yeah, like, deck it out.
Yes, like I'm so excited.
Nice.
But yeah.
Nice.
What else? Oh, yes. And then I was talking to you about this a little bit before recording, but I went to a mutual friend's gig last night, which was super fun. And it was so interesting because I realized that I never listen or I never attend like live music concerts like that in a intimate environment. And I like really loved it and missed it. Cause I feel like I'm always in like big venues or like huge ass stadiums that being in a really, really tiny venue was like nice, like being brought back down to earth of like, oh yeah, like this is really good.
I don't know if they have this in Minneapolis, but my friend Katie was telling me about something called So Far Sounds. I'm actually going to one of those concerts on Friday. And basically it's, you pay like $20 to $30 a ticket, and it's at random like venues, and you don't know what the artist is, but you like pay to go on a certain day or whatever, and it's all these cool venues. It could be in houses, it could be in a plaza, it could be all these random places, and then basically like you go and like see the concert, and it's like usually smaller and intimate, and it's really, really cool. So I'm going to my first one Friday, so I'll have to let you know how it goes.
Yes, please. I'm literally looking at their website, and that sounds amazing.
Right? Yeah,
That's
it's really
so cool.
So you should see if they have it in like Minneapolis or whatever.
Yeah,
because it's really fun. So I'm excited for that. But yeah,
nice.
Anyways, the point of me saying that was like the intimate venues is really nice, and I don't go to a lot of concerts like that either. But
yeah, that's it for me.
Nice. Okay, what are you reading? What are you reading?
What am I reading? So, after finishing, I think the last time that I talked to you and we were on the podcast, I finished reading These Infinite Threads. And unfortunately, I've been in a tiny reading slump since then. Like, I haven't.
That's okay.
Really, I know. I feel really bad. I feel like I've been doing such a good job this year that, like, now I'm in a reading slump. So that's fine. I did start reading She is a Haunting by Trang Tran. That is a young adult thriller / horror novel because I want to be like on brand for October and like read thrillers and horrors because I never read them. And so like I'm like slowly making my way through that, but like I'm not like in a rush or whatever. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I still have to buy the book that we're reading for our like book club this month.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
What am I reading? Let's see. I don't even remember. I'm not reading anything right now. I need to start something new. The only thing I've read since we last talked was Wildfire by Hannah Grace, which is the second in the series to Icebreaker.
Yes.
I eat those books up. They're so good. I will say it didn't quite match the first one, but it was really, really good. Like, I think it's so college and so cute and so fun. And
good.
I think me and Hannah Grace need to be besties because she loves a praise cake almost as much as I do.
Nice. That's honestly amazing.
Yeah. No, literally. And the boy in this book in particular was so nice. It made me want to throw up, actually. So it was really cute. Like, I feel like I needed that, you know?
Good. Yeah.
Man, dating apps are rough. I was telling you about this. I went on that shitty date, and then today I was really excited. I was going to play it on the podcast. I matched with this Australian guy who lives in Boston, and I was like, ooh, accent love. So he had something in his bio about how he spends a lot of time thinking about like what the best Spider-Man was or who the best Spider-Man is. And I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, so what are your thoughts? Because this is a very important question. He's like, can I send you a voice memo? And I was like, of course. So he sent me a minute-long voice memo discussing like which one he liked best. His voice was so hot. And then he was like, what about you? So I sent him a voice memo responding. And then I saw the notification that he sent me a message back. So I went to click on it. And then he had unmatched me.
What? Okay, first of all, shitty. Second of all, what was your answer, though?
Oh, obviously. Okay, Tobey Maguire's the worst, for sure. But I think his movies
that's probably why you were unmatched.
No, he said the same thing.
Oh, he said the same thing?
Yes, but
that's interesting.
Tobey Maguire's for sure the worst. But he has good villains, okay?
Okay.
But then Andrew Garfield, I would say, is a really good actor, but the only thing that like made those movies work was him and Gwen Stacy, Emma Stone. Yeah. If Emma Stone hadn't been there, I don't think it would have been good. Plus, I'm sorry, Andrew Garfield just looks too grown and too like attractive and tall to be like a high schooler. Peter Parker. Yeah, like maybe he could pull off Spider-Man, but not Peter Parker, okay?
Exactly, yep.
Tom Holland, I think, is the best of both worlds, okay?
Yes.
Like, he's a good Peter Parker, and he's a good Spider-Man, and he fits the high school age. Like, you're not trying to make him younger or older or whatever. Like, it fits.
I agree. The thing is, though, is that I have met people, because I agree that Tom Holland is the best of both worlds. I think people always forget that Spider-Man is a literal high schooler, you guys. He's a child, okay?
Literally.
And so I feel like Tom Holland is the best of both worlds of being Peter Parker and Spider-Man. But I have met people who swear by the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. And if I say anything else, if I say anything else, I am shunned.
So it's very
I will go hang out with Tom Holland over here. But yeah, no. So I've met people who are like dedicated followers of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Dang, so that's weird though that he would unmatch you after. Okay, whatever.
I'm not bothered by it. Like whatever, but I just think it's funny. That's like the world that we live in. But anyways, okay. What are you watching?
Jack and I started watching Castlevania Nocturne on Netflix, which came out at the end of September.
What is that?
It's basically a spin-off of an animated series that Netflix did a couple years ago.
Okay, gotcha.
That Jack and I like really, really loved. And so when we heard the spinoff was announced and gonna be on Netflix at the end of September, we decided to watch it. We're only a couple of episodes in, but I really love it. So
nice.
Yeah. What are you watching?
I have been watching Only Murders in the Building, which the season just finished up. I will say I feel like this season overall was a little less exciting than the other ones. Like it felt a little less complex, or I don't know exactly what it was, but it just like wasn't my favorite. But it's still good. And then I'm watching Dance with the Stars. Everyone needs to watch that goddamn show. I don't care. It's so good. It's so fun. Like, I love it. I love it so much. And then Always Sunny.
Nice.
But I think that's it. So I think I need another show to watch.
Got it. Yeah.
So, but we'll see. How about you?
Well, I already told you what I'm watching, but what are you listening to?
All right. What am I listening to?
Yeah,
I literally forgot everything. Okay, let's see. So I'm starting my October 2023 playlist, as you know. So some of the songs I have on there that I've been really vibing with, don't ask me why, but Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls just gives me like fall vibes. Yeah. So I've been listening to that a lot. And then I've also been listening to, which one is it? Oh, we talked about this already on the podcast, but On My Mama by Victoria Monet. I am so obsessed with that song.
Isn't it amazing?
I don't know what it is, but I cannot stop listening. It's such a freaking vibe, dude.
Good. I do it for my mama. I'm like,
I look fly. I look good.
It's so good. I don't know what she put in that song, but it could be like right into my veins. Literally. I need it right into my body.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So I've been listening to that a lot.
Fantastic.
Yeah. How about you?
So I have been listening to a lot of BTS at the gym, which gets me like really pumped up and going. Like love. Okay. I haven't listened to them in a while, so it's been nice to listen to them at the gym.
Yeah.
And then today I started listening to Noah Kahan's album, which I've obviously seen him on TikTok, but I've never like gone to his Spotify page and never listened to his album or whatever. So I was just playing that in the background while I was doing some chores earlier today.
Yeah.
But it definitely like gives a fall vibe. Like I haven't made it through the entire album yet, but I'm like, oh my god, this is like so
very fall,
cozy. Yes, very fall. So
yeah, I've seen him in concert twice, and he's really good vibe. Yeah. And the thing is, it just kind of happened that I've seen him twice. I'm not even that big of a fan, but it is really good. Like, it's not the kind of music that I listen to like on my own. Yeah, but like in concert or every once in a while, like it's really fun. So
definitely.
And Olivia Rodrigo just did a cover of Stick Season, one of his songs. I'm not gonna lie, she sounded too cursive-y singing that song.
She sounded too cursive. Yeah.
No,
cursive
literally.
Singing.
I was like,
I will say her like technique and her vocals are improving since Sour.
No, here's the thing. I think she is a good singer.
Yeah.
But what? This is an example. You know, bro. Like, I just want to know. If you have a good voice, why do you try to make it sound indie and try to like sound breathy and blah blah? Just sing how you fucking sing, bro. Shut up. Thank you.
Thank you for coming to your TED Talk.
Literally.
And then another thing that I've been listening to is Monster by Shawn Mendes featuring Justin Bieber.
That song slaps. It should have gotten more attention.
Yes!
Like, especially because it's the two of them and like how they came to be.
So good.
That should have been more iconic than it was. And I'm still upset about it, girl.
For some reason, I was reminded of that song and I was like, wait, that song does exist. And I went to go listen to it on Spotify and I'm like, oh yeah, it slaps still. 100%. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm going to go listen to that again now.
Good, yeah.
And you know where I'm going to listen to it? On our Piping Hot playlist. Go find it on Spotify. Yes. Well, actually, I don't think you can because I haven't made it public yet, but we'll get there.
Oh, I have it linked below in our description box.
Oh, you do? Is it
Yeah, I
public?
do. I think it is.
Oh.
At least I can access it.
Oh, great. Okay, cool beans.
So I don't
Well,
know. Let us know if you can access it.
Literally. Oh, goodness. Okay, what are you consuming?
So I had Noodles and Company the other day.
I miss Noodles and Company! They don't have it out east. They haven't had it. It's so long. Bro, I need a Wisconsin mac and cheese ASAP.
We should have gone to Noodles and Company.
What the fuck were we thinking?
Yeah. Fuck breakfast.
Fuck breakfast. I need Wisconsin mac and cheese.
Yeah. It was
I'm so hungry.
good. So good. It was a little impulsive, but I was like, you know what? I deserve this.
Yeah.
Because also I had a fucking week as well. So I was like, I deserve this. And I got some good ass Alfredo chicken pasta. So
Fuck me. So
what
good.
have you been consuming?
Nothing too fancy, I will say. But last night for my friend Emily's birthday dinner, we went to this place in Boston called Buttermilk and Bourbon, which they say it's kind of tapas styles where it's like you can order a bunch of things to share. But I would say each thing is like enough for a full meal. So like we all shared these biscuits, which were really, really good. And then I individually got a brisket mac and cheese, which was so good. And like my friend Emily got fried chicken, which is really good. And like the food was amazing. Like I want to go back there. I really, really enjoyed it.
That sounds so good.
Dude, it literally made me like, nope.
Never mind.
Never mind.
It ends right there.
No, it was just really good.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. Maybe I'm just like really hungry, but that sounds like,
dude,
phenomenal right now.
Bro, I'm already like thinking like, okay, I know I have to go grocery shopping, so I actually have food this week.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna do that after we're done recording. But like, I'm thinking maybe I should just like order something tonight, like treat myself. Like I don't need to do that, but I really want it.
Yeah,
really
no, honestly.
Man. Oh, I want mashed potatoes so fucking bad. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. You're funny. So, I forgot to ask, but what are you drinking today?
Oh, water.
Just water. Very nice.
Yeah. The reason I said it like that is because one time I was driving with Constantine and Emmanuel, my little cousins, and there is this song on their Sirius XM like kid station, and it was a song called Water by like Lenny something, and it was like water. So
very nice. That's what we should add to our playlist. No, I'm kidding.
Don't tempt me. I'm gonna add it now. I'm literally gonna add it right now.
Oh my gosh.
That's so funny. Water by Lenny. Yeah, here it is. Ready?
You have to play it. You have to play it.
Hey, Patrick, do you want to sing a song about the most wonderful thing in the world?
Yes.
Okay, what is it? Candy?
No.
It kind of slaps, right?
$1 million?
No.
Mom and Dad.
Well, besides that, the most wonderful thing in the
He
world
does not like
is
Mom and Dad.
water!
Water?
Right. Now, when I sing water, you repeat after me.
Water?
Right.
Lenny, I don't want to sing a song about
Lenny,
water.
fuck you.
Fuck you, Lenny.
Water.
It's a very wonderful thing. Water.
Water.
Good. Water. It makes you want to just
It
sing.
slaps though. It slaps.
Can't hear you.
It's the funniest shit. Bro, listening to kid songs and as an adult is so funny. And I'm sure it's different for parents who like have to listen to it all the time.
Yeah.
But me just listening to that is so freaking funny. He's like, Mom and Dad. No, Lenny.
Or water.
Like, okay, Patrick, settle.
Yeah, okay.
Settle.
Oh my gosh.
What are you drinking?
I love that.
Thank you.
Staying hydrated. I am drinking my smoothie that I usually always make. So
Yum. I love smoothies.
this is so fucking random, but that reminded me of. I don't know if you're on the dog side of TikTok, but have you seen those iPad dogs? on TikTok?
iPad dogs? Nope. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Think of an iPad kid, right? You know an
Yeah.
iPad kid, but a dog instead. Like,
Will you send me
dogs-
one right now so I can see
Yes.
it? Okay.
It's so funny
iPad
because Jack wants to do it with Archie and Cora, but I'm like, dude, they're gonna break my iPad. Like, but it's so funny and so cute. Here.
Oh my gosh.
And just like wait for the big build up. Like there's a big jump.
He goes, right here. That's so funny.
Right?
That's crazy.
Right? And Jack's like, oh my God, that's so funny. Let's try it on Archie. And I'm like, Archie has already broken so many things. The last thing he needs to break is my stupid iPad, okay?
You're asking for him to break it at that point?
Exactly.
No,
But,
that's so funny though.
yeah, right. So yeah, I might have an iPad dog the next time we record the podcast.
Oh my
but
gosh,
I'll keep you posted.
I hope you do. So, as you guys can tell, our episode today is literally just like catching up and doing our like normal segments. It definitely wasn't because I love when like Selena, if you guys watch this on YouTube, then you know, sometimes I just go on a tangent or like I do something weird and Selena just like looks and she's like, yeah, all right. And it's so funny. But
I'm trying not to like mess you up because I want to laugh, but I don't want to make any facial expressions because I'm like, I want you to continue as best as you can.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah, it's like support. It's support.
Yeah.
But no, we are just gonna like chat, catch up, do pop culture for this episode, and it's not because we don't have any other ideas. It's just because it's been a couple weeks and I feel like I have too much to say, and then the episode would be 5 hours long. So
definitely. Yeah. And we have missed a good amount of pop culture. So
yep. So let's dive right into those.
Yeah.
So my first one is a pretty small one, but it was announced that Madeline Klein and Pete Davidson are dating. So Madeline Klein is an actress in Outer Banks. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what? This is news to me.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You didn't see this?
No!
Yeah.
Shut up. Since when?
I feel like it was like a couple weeks ago that it was like posted.
How interesting.
That is an odd couple.
Yeah. How old is she? I don't watch Outer Banks, so
I don't either.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
How old is she? I'm going to look up how old Pete Davidson is and you look up how old she is.
Okay. I think Pete is like late 20s.
Yeah, Pete is 29.
Okay, she's 25.
Okay, that's really not bad.
Yeah,
that makes sense. But I don't know. Maybe this could work for him. I feel like he needs to date someone who's like his age, you know?
Yeah, because I feel like he has a really good track record of like dating people that are like outside of him, and it's just like doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah.
But I feel like 25, 29, or whatever how old she is a
Yeah.
good,
I think so too. Yeah.
Okay.
So
How
we'll see.
interesting.
But yeah.
My first one is the Kim and Kourtney drama, which
It's on my list too.
we talked about offline when we hung out in real life in person in Minnesota. But I think we need to talk about it on the podcast because it was huge.
This could be a whole episode. I'm not even joking. Like, if you guys want us to talk about it more in depth, just let us know.
Yeah.
But I will say this until I die, and I'm sorry if this is controversial, but I am Team Kim. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've watched his stuff on TikTok, and here's a few precursors to that hot take, okay?
Okay.
There has been a long history between the two of them. They're the kind of siblings who love each other, but like don't like each other because they're so different. You know what I mean?
That's such a good way to put it.
Yeah. And like, so of course they're always going to be there for each other, but there's just something where it's just not clicking, right? But like you go back and watch clips, right? And Kourtney has been consistently jealous of Kim and like mean to her, and her jealousy shows through so much, right? And there's been clips in the past where Kourtney's like, well, you're just a disgusting human, but it is what it is. And like, that's not me being rude. That's just me being honest. But then the minute someone says something back to her, she can't take it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah,
I just feel like Kourtney's a hypocrite in that way. And also currently, I feel like Kourtney's not being fair where she's like, I don't want anything to do with this. I don't want the cameras. I don't want whatever. But then she keeps sitting in front of the cameras and doing this stuff. And I'm like, if you want out, then be out. If you want in, be in. But don't sit here being in and complaining about how you want to be out, because you could take yourself out, but you don't. Rob's done it. Like all the
Yeah.
Jenner siblings have done it. Like you could do it, but you just don't.
Yeah,
That's
because
on
she knows
you.
she knows that like the second that she's gone, her relevancy drops. Mm-hmm. Like that's the thing.
Exactly. And one more thing I will say about it. I know the whole controversy was with this phone call with Kim and Kourtney, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I will say, Kim was out of pocket for saying that comment about how her kids and her friends all talk about her and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That definitely was Kim being a bitch. There's
Yeah.
no excuse for that, right? However, Kourtney was being so rude to Kim during that whole conversation and just like unbothered. And I feel like Kim is an example of how she's tried to be mature, but then she's just matched with all of this like whatever, that finally she's like, fine, I'll throw it back at you. And the fact that like Kim was the one who got like berated for that blew my
Yeah.
mind, because I'm like, no.
Because I think everyone's always like, oh, be the bigger person, be the bigger person. But you know me, I'm a petty bitch. So when you go low, I go lower. And I think
Yeah.
Kim was done being the bigger person, which
she
I do
was.
not blame her for. Because
don't
if I had to put up with that shit constantly, I would have already dealt my
Yep.
blows way earlier. Like Kim
Yeah.
was giving Kourtney a lot more time to like process and be angry and be forgiving of all of this stuff. But like, if I were her, I would have already said all the shit like
Same.
way
No,
earlier.
Literally.
Like,
I don't know. I think that
Yeah.
whole stuff goes so deep that
Yes.
they need to go to therapy.
yes. Yeah. Family therapy. All of them together in the same room.
Yeah. And I think what makes me the most upset about this, I'll just say this. I feel like Kourtney plays the victim. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I cannot deal with people like that.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say about Kim's a bitch, but Kim knows when she's being a bitch, and she
Yes.
can let things go and like
Yes.
recognize when she's done something wrong, as you've seen with the whole Dolce drama that they had. Like, even though she didn't necessarily think Kourtney was justified in what she said, she tried to apologize just because and like move forward and recognize that it hurt Kourtney's feelings, even if she did not fully understand. I don't know. I'm Team Kim. I don't care.
I agree. And it was interesting too because I had sent you a TikTok video of their show Keeping Up with the Kardashians when it was still on E, not on Hulu, when it was still on E, with that whole Kendall and Kourtney incident of Kourtney doing the same fucking thing to Kendall. Like, you guys, this is a pattern. And like the thing
Yep.
is that like I didn't religiously watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Neither
on
did
E.
I,
So
yeah.
I like don't have the background of all
Same.
18 seasons I think they have on E, but like the evidence is there, you guys. Like it's
Yep,
just
it's there.
crazy.
So
Ugh. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Don't know. We can keep this short because we've also talked about this on the podcast already. But Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, I feel like it's been blowing up so much. And like Travis kind of addressed it on his podcast a little bit.
Yes.
But I feel like he's the perfect balance of like talking about it, but also keeping it private. Which I have so much, literally, I have so much respect for him for it. And the one thing I will say, I feel like ESPN and like the NFL is doing a little too much with it.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. You're trying to stay relevant. Like, you're trying
Yeah.
to whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it is crazy. Like, even my roommates, I thought this was so funny. My roommates are saying how they watched the Chiefs and the Jets game just because they wanted to see Taylor.
Yeah.
Like,
same. I asked
What
Jack,
kind
I was
of
like,
power does she have?
yeah, I was like, Jack, do you know when the Chiefs play? Like the weekend that they played the
Yeah.
Jets or whatever? And he's like, I don't know why. And I'm like, just wondering. I just want to watch them. And he's like, do you really want to watch them? I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I just want to see Mother. Like, I
Literally.
just want to see her. But I do agree. I think, okay, taking a step back.
Yeah.
I think I still stand by this, okay? That Travis is perfect for her because he knows how to deal with the fame, okay?
Yeah.
They both have reached the same level of fame, right? They've dealt with paparazzi, they've dealt with press, all of that stuff, and I feel like you said, Travis knows so well how to deal with it. Like, he's such a pro at it, and I feel like that's exactly what is needed for such a high profile relationship. I will say that I think NFL, ESPN is doing just like a little too much. And I think Jason Kelsey on their podcast said this really nicely, is that NFL has never had like the star power behind their organizations like the NBA. NBA, people will go to the games and sit courtside and they'll like pan over to the celebrity and then that's it and go back to the game. But that only happens with the NFL at the Super Bowl, never at these regular games. So I think they're like freaking out and they don't know how to handle it, which I'm like, okay, that's valid, right? Like, I feel like the NBA has it down. They know what to do. Yeah. But like, also NFL, I think you can like reel it in. Like, you guys, it's fine. It's fine, you know? Yeah. So.
No, that's a very good point. It's like, and I think it will settle down eventually. But again, from like a business perspective, they have this thing. They have two people who are handling it well, all things considered. Yeah. So why not make your money, you know? Yeah. So I can understand.
Yep, definitely. Okay, my next one is that it is officially Grammy season, and all of the artists, all of the artists dropped their Grammy consideration posters online, and it's been very fun to see. Like, I guess I didn't realize that like they had to like create all of this content to be nominated for Grammys. I
didn't either. What the heck?
Yeah. So it's been really cool to see like everyone's poster on like what they should be nominated for, what they're putting out to be nominated. I think like Olivia Rodrigo, like her Vampire single is like the front runner of that, and Billie Eilish's Barbie soundtrack.
Barbie song, yeah.
Yeah, that one's her a front runner and stuff. So it's been really cool to like see what everyone's kind of pushing out. So.
Yeah. Another kind of smaller one, but Adam Devine and Chloe Bridges are expecting a baby. And I feel like they're very underrated, like not A-list couple, right? But like famous enough, and I just feel like they're a really cute, like normal, fun couple. Yes. And like their pregnancy announcement was so funny. They were both holding their bumps, and like I'm really happy for them. I feel like they'll be fun parents. You know,
I love them so much. Like, I don't know why, but that relationship just works.
It does.
Like, it is so phenomenal. Like, I love them so much.
And you know, he knows she's so beautiful, and he got so lucky. Yeah, you know?
Like, he kisses the ground that she walks.
Literally.
Like, it is like, it's so adorable. I love it. I love it. Oh my god. Okay. Have you seen all of the controversy with the Love is Blind stuff and all the contestants kind of coming out and speaking about their experiences?
So I have a little bit, but I'm not like super deep into it. So I don't know a ton of the details.
Yeah, so I think basically this last season, I'm sorry, I do not watch the show, so I think it was like season 4 is the most recent episode that just aired or dropped or whatever.
Season 5, I think.
Oh, okay, season 5. Contestants, after it was like aired on Netflix, stepped out and began speaking about just the horrible working conditions that they were under. I believe that the two of the contestants on the show were some sort of like lawyers or whatever, and so they dug into all of the workers' rights and stuff, and it basically exposed the loophole that Love is Blind uses so that they can pay these contestants but still work them like overtime, like crazy hours and all that stuff. Which, one, I didn't know contestants were paid to be on the show, but that makes sense. Yeah, I did not know that. Yeah, which makes sense though. Like, duh.
Well,
they've been exposing these like loopholes with like the workforce labor, whatever, all that stuff, and it's just been very, very interesting and eye-opening, and also just like really heartbreaking to hear like the commentary of like, oh, this shot, this was edited, and before this they told me this and blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh my god, like we do not see everything. Like we think we see everything, but we don't, and it just like makes me really sad that you know what they're talking about with their experiences and stuff. So
it is, I know, and it is unfortunate, but I think it's kind of the same things with like the writer's strike that's done now and all that. But like, I feel like people are really starting to like stand real ground when like they're being wronged about something in the
Yes!
workplace.
Yes.
And so I think that's a really positive thing overall.
I
Shitty that
think
it
so, too.
happened to them, but
Yeah.
it's good that people aren't as afraid to like speak up now.
Yes. No, honestly, like that is so great.
All right. So I don't know if you've seen a bunch about this, but Clayton Echard, who was one of the previous bachelors, there's been this whole drama about how this woman said that she's pregnant with his twins after a sexual encounter, blah, blah, blah. He finally took a paternity test, and I believe it was negative. So he's not the father.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
I just think it's wild that people will do things for attention like this, right?
That was like the same thing with
just-
like Justin Bieber, like way back in the day when he was still like a teenager. There was this whole thing of like, oh my God, like I'm pregnant with Justin Bieber's baby, blah, 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 blah. And that was like a huge shitstorm too.
Like, why are you dragging somebody's name through the mud for nothing and like making it this whole thing? Like, you just want attention. Now you look like a fool. And like, even if, let's say this woman had like slept with a couple of people, but she was pretty sure he was the father, handle that privately. Handle it privately. Like, you're so
People
dumb.
just love the attention though. That's the thing. Why would they handle it privately when they can get the sympathy of others?
So dumb. I hate it.
I don't know. Humans, how complex, right?
Literally.
It was announced that there is going to be a Beyonce concert film coming out of her like
wow.
Renaissance tour.
I would totally go see that.
Same. And like I think I watched her Homecoming concert film when she headlined Coachella on Netflix, and that was fantastic. So I have no doubt that this concert film is going to be great, but I think it's very interesting that this is happening because unfortunately I think this is the route where it's going to go, where it's like tickets are in high demand, no one can get them. The only time you can see it is if it's in a concert film.
Yeah.
Like I think too, like I would say it's kind of similar to Broadway, but Broadway in a sense where like it's in New York. So you have to go to New York and the shows play for a good long while if they're on Broadway. So I mean, in that sense, it makes sense because Hamilton was filmed, you know, all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. But for concerts, I think this is going to be the new meta where it's like, if you can't get tickets, boohoo for you, like hopefully there's going to be a concert film coming out and that's the way you can see it.
I think it's good though, because I think tickets for movies are much cheaper than a concert ticket.
Yes. Yeah.
So from that perspective alone, I think it's cool that it gives the opportunity for more people to be able to see it.
100%.
Even though it's not the same, but like I think it's cool.
Yeah,
you know?
no, definitely.
Also, why not make some more book? Like
Exactly,
go off.
right? Get your bag, girl.
Literally. I really don't care about this, but I figure it's worth mentioning. Emma Chamberlain and her boyfriend role model broke up after 3 years of dating, which I actually didn't know they were dating that long, and I don't know who that man is, but that's sad. I want her
really
to be
sad.
happy.
I know. I've seen interviews with them together, and they've just been so cute. So like that news, like broke me. I was like, oh Emma, that's so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one again. I didn't see that one coming. People need to stop breaking up. Okay.
No, literally, so many breakups this year. It's really wild.
Really.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my last pop culture.
Okay.
But have you seen those Zendaya pics at Paris Fashion Week?
Yeah. She is everything and more.
I'm speechless. Like every look she ate, but the thing is that like she rocked them so well. Like just
I don't know what it is. She literally got a status. Like I really think she's going to be one of those celebrities who will be so famous until the day she dies. Like, because, oh my God. Everything about her. Everything just literally about her.
Yeah, like
even
iconic.
The vibe she gets off. She's like so nice and kind and real, but also so like ethereal and unattainable. It's like, she is like, she's literally the combination of all the celebrity things you'd want.
Yeah. She's like perfect. Absolutely perfect. Like it's just, I saw those pictures on my Instagram and I'm like, how? Like,
Literally
what?
how?
Like, I don't, like, oh my God. Like, I love it. Love it. Tom,
Crazy.
you're lucky, okay?
He is. He is.
And he knows it too. That's the thing.
But they also treat each other so well.
Yeah.
Don't even get
I
me
love
started.
him. Okay.
Okay. And my last pop culture.
Okay.
Is I don't know if you guys listening or even you, Selena, know about Gypsy Rose Blanchard. If you guys don't know, this was a story not like years ago, but basically this mom had Munchausen syndrome, which is actually in the DSM-5, which is like our diagnostic mental health manual. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. But what does it mean, like 5? Like, are there different numbers? Like, do the numbers mean anything?
Oh,
Or is that
DSM-5 is just like the additions. So like DSM-5 is the newest edition of our diagnostic manual.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So Munchausen syndrome is basically like when a person will use like a child or another person to get sympathy from other people. Technically, it's Munchausen's by proxy. So you're using
Yes.
another person to get sympathy, right? So this mom was using her daughter, basically like lied to her about her age, made her believe she had all these illnesses, like scammed doctors to make it seem like she had all these illnesses to get all these medicines and blah blah blah, basically to elicit sympathy from the public and get perks from like different organizations because
Like
her
Make-A-Wish
child was ill.
Foundation.
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly.
All those stuff. Yeah.
Yep. So basically, this treatment of Gypsy Rose, who's the daughter, Gypsy Rose somehow got access to a phone or a laptop or something. She met this guy online, and because Gypsy Rose was in such a difficult position, it ended up that her and this guy plotted to murder her mom, and they murdered her mom, right? So Gypsy Rose and her boyfriend went to prison, right? I think her boyfriend at the time got life in prison, but Gypsy Rose got prison with like chance of parole, all that. So Gypsy Rose was finally released from prison.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy because, of course, there is no condoning of murdering someone. That's not what I'm saying. But this poor girl was put through so much in her life, and she used the one person who was talking to her, who obviously was mentally ill.
Yeah.
She didn't know anything about the outside world because she was so isolated. She met this one person who was like, we should murder her, then we can escape and you'll have freedom. And that was the one piece of hope she could latch onto.
Yeah.
And of course, still not okay.
Yeah.
But I'm glad she's free because she deserves to live a life of freedom. But I also think that I hope she's getting like treatment out of prison, getting support out of prison, because going from being with a mother like that to prison, now to the real world, completely free, that adjustment would be such a mind fuck. So I hope someone is like looking out for her. But this is a big story, and it's like crazy. These stories you hear about in crime documentaries, like these things that happened early 2000s, you're looking now and it's like, oh, it's happening in real time, and like they're getting released. It's crazy.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, I've heard this story when I was in like my true crime kick, that this one was a really big one too, because it was happening in real time.
Yeah.
I think people need to take into account that when she did this, because she was so sheltered, her her mental age of like learning or whatever was like way lower than her actual age. So say for example, she was 25 years old or whatever, her learning age in her head was like 12 years old.
Yeah.
Like that's how much her mom sheltered her. So like I definitely agree that like she clearly did not know because she didn't go to school. She didn't have any regular friends. Like her mom kept her very sheltered. So I think that's another thing to take into account of like,
absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Like it's crazy.
She didn't know any better.
Yeah.
She didn't.
Crazy.
Stories like that just really break my heart. But anyways, but I think that's all the pop culture I have.
Yeah, okay. Wow. That
Wow,
was a
what
busy,
an episode. It was a busy
couple
episode.
week, yeah.
It was. Wowzers. Wowzers. We will let you guys know what we're going to talk about next week. We're still
Yeah.
playing around with some ideas. We'll figure it out. So yeah, we don't have anything to look forward to right now, but there will be an episode next week. So.
There will be. Yes. Yes. No more intermissions, okay?
No more. But thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.